Guys, we are day 2 of rehearsal with Bentley and Zeda over here. So I'm just running this camera because we're already in it. We've already been doing test shots, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah, run. Good, take the pressure. Nice, like that. Roll that real quick. Rub it back. You're such a great trainer.
Try
Here. Let's get a couple of uplifting heavens just to connect the breath and the visualization. So we're always pushing the intention through the body. Reach up and down. So shoulder partner and strength from the top of the head. Tailbone floats downwards to the natural S curves, accentuate. Then inhaling out, draw color to the belly. Breath is the color. Exhale, wash the color from the whole body. Mouth closed, tongue concealing the mouth. Slight tension in the hands. Draw color. Exhale, wash it out. Draw color in, inhaling out. Exhale. Inhaling out. Like you're climbing the breath as a rope. Climbing the breath and releasing. Reverse it. Inhaling out, spin the thumbs back, open the chest. Look back. Use the abs, engage, exhale. Turn over to one arm. Lean on. Make correct. Inhale.
Oh, crap, the guys. Reverse it. Inhale to center line. Inhale, immediate line. Inhale and exhale. Just like you're doing it. Side. Open up. Relax. Feel that hip crack.
So reach the fingers in the kneecap in the opposite direction.
and then bring everything to center. So you inhale, reaching the fingers in the kneecap opposite direction, then exhale. Again, so when I'm doing this, start slowing it down. One arm. Yeah. Good. So remember, we're doing this so that we can really start to put incremental pressure on each other and just get more aware of how we want to respond to each other with that incremental pressure. So maybe this is a trust exercise. Muscle balance and that toe up. Back. Yeah, so activate the core a bit more. Good stuff. Switch side.
Got it in my own face.
You two guys together a second. Bring it over quick. We're trying to open up the shoulder. Yeah, really extend out the shoulder. So really use this as an opportunity for you to just open up. Beautiful. And also just allow yourself to not guide into your face or side. Good stuff. So you and Zeda. Right hand first. Switch out and hold on a second. Good stuff. So use the opportunity here to play with your stance, shifting the weight forward and back. So all this stuff we're doing is we're incrementally warming up all these different parts that we may lock up if we haven't warmed up properly enough. So we want to really soften, allow yourself to get the full flexibility. And here, rather than leaning the shoulders past your hip, which would help somebody break your balance, bring your sit back even more.
Sit low.
You can bring your chest, your shoulders, and hips back at the same time, like here, rather than here or here. This is like highly strategic. This is putting yourself at risk. But so yeah, we'll keep the back straight as you go back. Yeah, it's forward and then straighten the back. Take a half step forward so your heel is on his toe line, his big toe line. Great, and then bring that leg. Beautiful. Great. And then when you roll back, pick those toes up so it shifts more weight to your back leg. Beautiful. Make sure to breathe, inhaling, drawing in, exhaling, washing out, or the opposite. Bentley, really relax through your shoulder and elbow so you can drop more weight. A lot of your weight is staying here, so put your pause. There. Okay, go for it again. And pause right here. Melt this away, back here. Bring this back. And then roll it past you. And if you lift that toe up, you'll have even more range of motion on the back leg. It's okay. So pick the toe up now. So you take the weight off. There you go, great.
Am I thinking about it going across?
You're thinking about creating an oval. So the pressure's coming and you're taking the pressure in and you're throwing it back all along the axis of this oval, this orbit.
Okay.
So it's just like,
But am I including my shoulders into it to turn?
It's full body power, and the full body power is catalyzed by like the breath. So think of it as a chain reaction, and then the full body power is catalyzed by like the breath. So think of it as a chain reaction, and then the reason we're slowing it down is because you want to see the frames just like in slow motion that may be missed at regular speed. So rather than 24 frames a second, you're doing 120 or 240. You're starting to see, hey, my hip, I could relinquish some stress on my hip and roll back onto the back leg even more. So then you're even more flexible because you're aware that the muscle was catching. Because as you know, like if you don't warm up, the muscles may catch and you may pull something because they're not ready to be flexible yet. So that's what we're working on here. Actually, let's switch legs so you guys can get out on the other side too. Beautiful. So remember, for you, you want to bring this foot here. Bring that foot there, great. And then full body power. Keep this hand on the small of your back just so you know where it is. Yeah, right on the small of your back. Right there, just put the hand there. Good stuff. And draw in and exhale forward. And shift onto the back leg, bend the leg. Pick your weight up off the toe as you do it. Good stuff. And feel free to extend your weight, open your shoulder blade into him. There we go. And do your best to quiet your breath, make it deep and quiet. And allow yourself to use the full body power, because right now you're putting a lot of pressure on the shoulder by not moving the rest of the body. So you really want to integrate that full, yeah, there you go. Good stuff. And right here, and pull back a little more, pick the toe up, there you go. All right. Good stuff. So for this judo, I want to connect the dots between this and the judo throw you want to do, right?
Okay.
So the judo throw, can you show me? Can I just feel the setup? Yep.
Just be like this,
Yep.
and then you go
Cool.
over.
You gonna drop your knee? Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Great. So beautiful. I mean, yeah, I feel like you guys are warm. Do you guys feel ready to? Do you feel ready? You want to try it on here? Okay. So. Structure. You want to do a test break fall for yourself on there? So Zeda's going to do a over-the-shoulder judo throw. I always forget the name of it, but on Bentley.
I'll guide you forward too, so it makes it a little easier.
Zeda, your knees are going to be facing this way, sideways?
No, this way. And it's going straight. You're actually going to end up going straight. Because I'm guiding you forward.
So do you want to do it on me first? So Bentley can see the mechanical on you? And you just do a quick break fall on here. So, oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Great idea.
Nice.
All right. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
And here.
That was a nice flow. That was good.
So you want to give me a little more tightness?
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, definitely felt the difference there, which is awesome. So, any thoughts, questions, or anything?
No, I think we should do a couple of this.
Okay.
That's nice, yeah.
The first one was so nice because it really allowed me to get into it. I think that finding that balance, and again, part of the reason we're doing the push hand stuff, is to be able to feel the how when people start really pressing hard, that is a great simulation of live.
Yeah.
Meaning like that live pressure, we're starting to get the simulation of live pressure with the locking of the body that happens oftentimes. So here, the way she just first did it on me was not that. It was very soft, it was really safe and wonderful. The second time I did it, I definitely felt it in my in a great way, because now I'm starting to feel the reality of the move, and that's what's really going to sell the most, I think, when we have two real martial artists who know the difference between the choreography and the reality. So if we can find that safe balance for every one of these highlight moves, I think that's what's going to sell more than in a way that's unique to how we capture choreography. So I think it's going to be great.
I'll do a slow one.
Yeah, just do slow one first, and then do Jan batting.
Slow one.
Yeah, just do slow one first, and then do Jan batting.
Flip this around.
Trying to grab you. That's smooth, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do one that's a little bit
Yeah.
tighter.
Yep.
And
Nice.
So one of the things that I'm noticing the first two just now is something that is what I did with Brendan, right? Like, I didn't want to kick my legs up and over because I wanted it to be, for one, because I didn't want to, I felt dangerous. I felt like I was going to hurt myself, honestly. So I was like, I'm not going to do this. But secondly, because if I'm really fighting to stay, to like when this has happened to me, when people have actually gotten this throw on me in judo and randori, oftentimes I will be sliding to the side similar to what you're doing. So I think it's important to just note that you're not kicking your legs over currently. If you want to do that, you can. However, if you want to play the more defensive falling, that's we should do intentionally. So as long as we make the intentional choice, it's going to sell. It's just got to be the intentional one.
Yeah.
So
Copy.
I'm just highlighting that.
Copy. All right, let's do it again. And then couple motions, right? And then
Cool.
the brain starts clicking.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. All right.
2, 1.
Nice. How you feeling?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That
was a great face. That was a great face he had. He's oh no, is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is pretty soft. Okay. Let's try a side.
Cracking. Like crack sound.
Nice. And feel free is any adjustment if you want to just keep running it.
Looks like.
I'm feeling good.
I mean, as long as you think it looks good.
It looks great.
Okay.
That's the whole.
You're doing it well. It's
So the thing that comes to mind for me, and is from a design perspective, like what it actually feels like to experience this throw. Like one of the first things you experience is the wrist grab, and the second thing you experience is the locking of the tricep bicep area. So let's just take it slow for a second,
Okay.
and if we need to, we'll figure out what it is. If I need to stop the stream to get a slow-mo shot, I will, because I don't have Autumn's camera. Or if I can use your camera. Or someone else's camera.
I only have the 2. Is that fine?
As long as you have, as long as we can shoot on it, it's totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have slow motion on there, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's great. It's totally fine. Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you, brother. You can just share this with me later.
Yeah.
I also have
Oh.
an iPhone too.
Okay.
That's exactly.
Oh, that's sweet. Whatever is he's already pulling this out, so it's totally fine. Thank you.
I just think the one with the 3, the max, I mean the pro, oh my God, he really is.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the new 16 is pretty,
Dude,
it's
yeah,
pretty impressive.
yeah, bro.
But
Like, I
okay, so
should've
we
got
got this.
freaking
Let me
pro.
put this over here, guys. All right, I'm switching this over here so we can shoot. So I'm putting the camera down. Hold on one second. All right, guys. Put this camera down. Get these shots. Boom.
All right, what speed are we going at?
I didn't mean Drex Lee's boom, but shout out to Drex Lee. I love it. Okay. Let's go super slow motion. So what we're attempting to do here is to really start highlighting the moments, right? So, and this is really a thought experiment. So let's see what it feels like. Okay. Slow motion. Okay. Is that how you want to? Obviously, we'll design choreography that goes into the moment. What is your ideal moment for this? Like, is it taking a punch and turning into a throw? Is it taking a 50-50 clinch?
It's up to whatever.
Okay.
We can play with it
Okay,
to
cool.
that point, because I can get that pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
As long as I'm close quarter.
I love that you said that. It's a beautiful thing. I get that anywhere all day. All day.
All day, yeah, I'll find a way to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try one from the wrist. Let's try one from the wrist. So maybe can you maybe throw a punch? Yeah. Let's exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. Okay. Cool. Let me set this up over here too, so we can get this more clear for everybody. There we go. Nice. Okay. All right. Rolling and action.
I didn't sell that.
And my angle.
I should give you a little bit more time before the fall.
So yeah, we can do it. Let's think of it.
Slower, yeah.
Because again, if you think about like the Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes concept, like they moved in super slow motion, then they shot on super slow motion, then they speed ramped. That's how they achieve those moments. So I think for this, they moved in super slow motion, then they shot on super slow motion, then they speed ramped. That's how they achieve those moments. So I think for this, they moved in super slow motion, then they shot on super slow motion, then they speed ramped. That's how they achieve those moments. So I think for this, unless we decentralize all the behind the scenes.
Say, let's get closer to the mats, right? Ready? Okay, yeah. So here we're here. Okay, ready?
So it's gonna be a left hand, your left hand can control his right wrist first, right? Okay, great. So let's actually.
So you're gonna overhand me and I'm blocking.
Okay, great. So let's rewind and let's go from there. Oh. That's cool. We can do stuff where, like before, there's a more choreography between your movement and camera, meaning that when you see me pass a certain point, that's what your cue to do the next part of the move. So I think that after you get the bicep control and you're starting to spin into, actually I would really love to let's get your hips, because the hips, connecting to hips is such a key point. So yeah, let's try that again. So we'll go.
I was thinking like a striking type of thing.
Yes. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're saying boom, wrist, boom, bicep, boom, hip, and then.
Yeah, but before that, to connect it.
Yes.
Yeah, we would probably have like a faster pace thing.
I see what you're saying.
Because this is like the exclamation mark, the highlight of that.
So you just did. Is that how you want it to feel? Because we could choreograph to that rhythm, because that's a specific rhythm. Like we can do that, and then the editing will move with that rhythm. Or we can do something that, like what we were talking about before, and I think all are great, where we have a scramble that we know ends in a particular move that then catalyzes this move. So it's whatever you would like to do. The value of a scramble ending with a specific move is that we know that anything can happen in that scramble, which gives us the live thing. But then we also know no matter what, we're finishing the sentence with that key move that leads to the key ending that leads to the key special move, which is this is one of them. Or we can do we'll spend some time choreographing the specific whatever moves you want to fill into those beats, that rhythm.
Okay.
So in other words, if it's jab, cross, kick, like slip, blah blah, like
Yeah.
that too.
Is there a beat that you usually go by?
The common 3 and 4 beat stuff is not stuff that choreography is not stuff that I choreograph personally. I work more on the freestyle broken rhythm, and my intention is consistently to do broken rhythm. But that's for my style personally choreography, and then when I work with other people, I want to make sure their style is felt. So if you have something that you want, I want to find that beautiful, what it means for these different perspectives to come together. That's the intention. So whatever that is for, if you want to feel that, those are specific techniques that we can fill into that rhythm, and we can totally do it.
Yeah, that's usually the rhythm I would go by. It's
Okay, so that's really cool to know that you have a signature rhythm, and that signature rhythm, because if we look, you know, I don't want to get too verbose on this, but because I love talking about this, but like the bottom line is that if we just remove all the visual and we're just listening to it like music, like you may have a sound, and what that sound is, then we fill with image. So if you would like to achieve that sound, then we can do that, and it'll just take us more intentional choreography to do that, and we can do that today right now.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then for your sound, or perhaps it's more like sometimes with BJJ and grapplers in particular, they're playing with a totally different rhythm set because it's not striking, and most of the choreography that we've ever seen is around striking rather than grappling. So the fact that we have that gray area to play with allows for a lot of innovation. So we could literally do any rhythm you want or broken rhythm you want to counterbalance her defined rhythm, which could be very, very interesting from an editing standpoint, from like an audience standpoint. Just absorbing that is, to me, like pretty
classical rock and roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So then let's take a step. Let's clarify this move more, and then once we clarify the beats of this move, then let's go into the lead up to it, right?
Okay.
And whether it's 4 or 5. 5 might be nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's kind of cool. So, and I felt that in your Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like that one, it was a phenomenal example of that rhythm because it was in there a few times. Which is cool. Which feels like you're pressing the buttons and
Yeah, that's what I think of. And I do that with pro wrestling too. When we always have when we do the format, there's always an exclamation mark, like an exclamation to the move.
Okay.
So it's always like a build up. It's like ba 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 ba.
That's awesome.
So the whole format of the match, it like slowly has a climax.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you play Street Fighter? Or
I prefer Mortal Kombat.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm kind of biased towards Mortal Kombat.
Okay. I love all fighting games, so Mortal Kombat,
Street Fighter's actually my least favorite. And it's so popular, and everyone always books me as Street Fighter stuff. But that's my least favorite.
Okay, so let's go into this again, and I'm just shooting on the wide. Are you okay on battery power? Like, okay, cool. Hold on.
I have my phone's on.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I just don't want him to like.
Oh, no,
Okay, cool.
no.
All right, great.
Fast charge. So okay, we're gonna go punch and then from
Yeah,
the top.
let's run it at 10% too. So let's go for like your punch and block, and let's just see.
Okay.
Okay, ready. Ooh, let's try this. Okay, ready? And action. Okay, we'll do it again, and for this though, can you incrementally on me? 1, yeah, 1, 2, and then I see. Okay, so will we do 2?
Well, actually, there's that block first.
Okay.
So it's technically
1,
2,
2,
3, and 4.
Okay, so what I keep on thinking, seeking this moment, which is the butt.
I can do the butt. Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. We don't need to necessarily do it. I just want to make sure that if I'm seeking that moment, and instead you're doing the knee drop, that I choreograph the camera to the knee drop, because I was like waiting for the butt, I keep missing it. So it's completely mine.
I was changing it to pro wrestling. What's up?
No, this is great. Okay, so let's go for it again. And so for the knee drop,
maybe we should do the butt one because that's the proper judo one. That's the real judo one.
what's whatever.
Since I did the pro wrestling one for so long, we'll just do it like this.
I think it's really it depends on what you feel, both of you feel comfortable with, because when I've been thrown by well, not just by opponents that might be lower base center of gravity than then I've gone farther.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
So
I think I should do the proper one.
okay, well, let's see how that let's just see it first before we shoot it.
Okay. So we're gonna go with swing, boom, boom, boom. So now we're going judo with
Yep.
the. Okay,
Now
so
I'm
we should
gonna-
get closer.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put my hip into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one, if
So-
you're doing judo, you could like launch me
Yeah.
even higher.
So that one, I won't be on my knee. I'll just be up
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
up.
Okay.
that one's a hip, yeah.
Okay, so let's run it again just to.
Because if it's a judo, you have it like this in it.
Yeah, I feel like because we should try to keep as real as possible.
Well, I think that I really think reality it depends on moment, right? And on personality, right? So like you doing the knee first. To me, there's value in that because, and I can move the camera around that totally fine. There's multiple values there, including keeping Bentley safer because the drop is happening lower to the ground
True.
versus the drop happening higher. So
That is why I
I'm-
do it for the
I'm
for wrestling.
because it's safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's value for your safety, and I always want to check in with you on that. That being said, again, to your point, if you take the higher drop and then you take the opportunity to kick your legs over, it could look amazing, but is it necessary? That's all your
We're
fault.
doing it outside probably. So
Yeah,
we gotta think about that.
this is a super
I didn't
safe
think
controlled
about that.
environment, and things may get less controlled. So throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe we should go back to the same one. Yeah, 'cause- yeah.
So if we are going to go back to the same one,
Yeah.
first of all, how do you feel? What do you?
No, good. Yeah.
What would you like?
I think since we've been practicing the wrestling one, I'm already kind of used to that.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go with that. So
Yeah.
then the only thing we need to do is choreograph the knee drop, which means how about we wait for the camera to get over here before you pull them over your shoulder?
Got it.
Okay, great. So. Oh, you're cinematic one. How come I don't have cinematic one?
You don't have cinematic one?
No, I don't have cinematic one.
Which one do you have?
11 Pro Max.
Oh, it didn't come out till 12, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised your 11 still works. They do this thing.
Oh,
where
don't say it like
they
that.
update
Oh
it.
yeah. they're
Oh,
not-
every 5 years they mess your phone up.
Yeah, intentionally, yeah.
I know, like that's what happened to my son and I'm pissed.
Well, I don't like upgrading in general because I
Oh,
always
same
feel
here.
like the second I buy any technology, it's already 5 years behind. However, I mean, especially right now with like AI PCs on the horizon, I'm like, I want a new computer, I'm just not going to do it until like,
Yep.
all right, so.
So we're going with the punch and with the. Okay, here we go.
I'm going to switch the lens on this because it's really good. Okay. You know what? Can you take a step back actually?
Oh, that?
Yeah, let's just see if we can. I just want to see if I can do something. Where I'm coming from here. Can you punch over camera as if this is her? And then I'm gonna jump out of the way. Okay, ready? And action.
Oh.
You guys did great. It's
I was like trying to time it. I was like,
You guys ready?
well, we're doing the same thing. We're cheating it.
Uh,
Oh, well.
how about we just go from here? Okay, ready? Boom, and action. Better, more interesting. Nice. I think it's a great shot. I mean, great open starting angle.
Oh, I see what you mean. That looks cool.
Yeah.
That looks cool from there.
Yeah, I definitely need to be more precise with the camera.
I like that. Oh yeah, that's a cool switch there.
And then boom.
Cool angles.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is really cool.
Nice sell, man.
I do like. I think there's a lot of good moments in here that just need to be refined. And I think there's as you were the rhythm you described, bow, like that second. This is the first bang. If you were going to do a follow-up bang, that could be really valuable here. If you want to.
Yeah, that's great.
Maybe while I'm down the gun, maybe from here just drop an elbow on me.
Whatever you think.
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a great name to it, yeah.
I get to whoosh. Oh, and then
Could we see what kind of elbow you might be using?
oh!
Do a spin into it.
Yeah.
So then if you go, oh, bop.
That's awesome.
Spinning effect.
Can you just show that again? Thank you. Just the mechanic, yeah. Okay. So
Super Mario elbow.
I hear like ballet, I hear classical music suddenly turn on just for that moment.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
That's awesome. I like that.
Which one
You got the movie Ballerina coming out too, so
It's excellent.
That's true.
My son wants me to watch every John Wick back to back.
all day.
All day there.
Okay, so let's just play with that last part. With would you feel? Can we test out that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's play with that. Can we test out that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's play with that.
So we're gonna go from the top down on the ground.
Yes.
And you're bringing the elbow. Copy. Okay. Let's get.
You know what? Well, why don't you just lay down on the ground first, and let's just take that one part, just so you know what to expect.
So I'll be down here. And I'm gonna be like, oh, that's what happened. Like, oh, my back. That's what I'm gonna do.
Second, change the angle for you guys.
Round two.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Let me. I don't want to put that. I don't want to break the mat with the chair, but I'll pick my hand up. Okay, go. Actually, you know what? I forgot that I can do this. I'm gonna double up on the camera.
Oh, gee, like John Woo style.
Yeah, I John Woo double fist cameras here. All right, here we go. Okay, rolling. Ready? Let's just go for a test. Yeah, I John Woo double fist cameras here. All right, here we go. Okay, rolling. Ready? Let's just go for a test.
This is what I wasn't. Oh, that was the original back. Oh.
Okay.
No, good.
Was there?
Let's see if this worked.
Then with the hands, oh.
I wasn't even looking. Just feeling. Just feeling.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Oh!
That looks so cool.
That is so awesome.
Oh! Great
God,
face, dude.
Your cell is
Great face, man. Great face. That's awesome.
You can Tyler, watch Bentley take a beating on this one.
Wow, this is great. So like what we were talking about is what? We were talking about 3 to 5 moves from each one of you guys, right?
Yeah.
So would you consider are those did we just do
move.
Okay, so we have 3 moves from you. And if you want to do 2 more, we can talk about those. And
There's that kick one that we need to practice.
okay. Look, why don't we do it right now? If you guys feel ready. What time is it?
So basically,
So guys, just to give a little more structure to our time since we got like 45 minutes left, what I'm thinking is that we spend the rest of today working on our special moves, and then next week potentially we could structure the in-between beats. That way we have the full experience.
Yes.
And then like we can always talk about story in during the week, etc. And I can send notes back and forth to you guys. Sound good? Okay, cool. Awesome.
So,
So
this is
you
gonna
have
be
to
the one that,
grab towards my ankle, like low, yeah. And so I'm gonna.
and you're gonna fall in?
Yeah, I'm gonna fall into it. So,
What should I expect? Just trying to block or what?
I will aim, I mean, if you can block, but I'm gonna aim right here.
Okay.
Although,
Oh, this part right here.
yeah,
Got it.
I would turn my face towards, a little bit towards that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try it first like this. I'll just go with the block first.
Okay.
So,
And then
make
just
sure.
hold on the whole time.
Yep, hold on.
Copy. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so block right now.
Bentley's a champ.
Oh, we're gonna have to go over a little bit.
Is there any way I can support? Do you want me to move mats or anything like that? Let me move this very sharp,
Right here.
not very sharp with metal thing. Stand.
Right
Okay.
here. So, here.
Yeah, I'll just play it safe now.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna put my whole weight on here.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow. Oh, I want to feel that. Can you do that to me? That's so good.
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Oh, that was great aim. Oh, I'm putting your phone down, Bentley.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, can you shoot this real quick?
I do pro wrestling.
Okay, sweet. Bentley can just shoot. Here, I'll put this right here. Can you shoot this from distance?
From here?
Yeah, sure. Right?
This is gonna be awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's why I just want to get that shot.
Yeah, so you would just block. I would go a little bit more straight. Like, yeah, just
Yeah, it's not a hard kick either. It's really soft.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel it, but it's not hard.
Yeah, get a little bit.
Should I tuck my chin for protection?
No, I won't even get you there. I'm really just touching there. My
Yeah.
goal is aim for your
It's not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look like a hard kick.
No.
Okay.
So you just gotta put, I'm gonna put all my weight on this.
Should I just switch legs?
Yeah, that's probably better.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That looked
Great.
That looked really like.
That was amazingly safe. It was so safe.
You'll want to know how clean her foot
That was
is.
awesome.
I'm sure it's very clean. They're asking about how clean your foot is. I'm sure it's very clean. As clean as these mats.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Let's shoot it. I mean, I didn't feel anything.
No, that was good.
Yeah,
That's
the goal.
it looked like you actually got hit really
Yeah.
hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
In pro wrestling, like what they would do, like I would just aim for the neck, and yeah, you'll feel it like that, but it's so light.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially when they're selling this way,
Yeah.
you don't feel that impact as much.
Yeah, no, it's right here. It's the top of her foot where it's just
Yeah.
like, but it's not like, yeah, it's like a light slap of it. But
That's
yeah,
fun.
No, that was good. That was awesome.
Okay,
So excited to take it.
oh man. Okay, let's shoot that in slow motion.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right.
All right, so this time I'm not gonna block it. You just go. Yeah, because I felt it. It's not being like, it's fine.
Yeah. As long as you turn your face
Yeah.
45 degrees.
It's not being like, it's fine.
Yeah. As long as you turn your face
Yeah.
45 degrees.
I think we're gonna pull this back like.
No directors today do like John Woo style now, right? They don't do that anymore, huh?
What do you mean? I mean like two.
Cameras?
I think people do multicam, but I think that when it comes to my John Woo style is like the concept of two guns, but instead of two cameras at the same time. So
Yeah, John Woo, I think supposedly put 10 cameras, like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was like insane, and the studio said like, "Hey, this is too much money on cameras, with the multiple angles." But I mean, all his movies were successful because he came out with a whole new genre of the style. It's pretty cool.
have you guys seen Time and Tide from Choi Hark? I just rewatched it. Choi Hark is like a celebrated Hong Kong action director, and Time and Tide came out like early 2000s, and it's like it's got that hard 90s kind of editing and angles, but it's got like it's a really interesting, I think important watch for action direction. As a matter of fact, there's one moment, a beat from that film that I wanted to talk about for your character in this choreography. And actually, potentially for you, if we were to hit him, let's say, with a fire extinguisher, etc. Okay. Like, if you were going to use an object, there's a way to fire extinguisher, etc.
Okay.
Like if you were going to use an object, there's a way to that in that film, like he hits a guy with the butt of an axe, and it's like a really amazing combination of movement and then still frames taken from John Woo, put into like a sequence that essentially gives a lot of impact without a lot of movement. It's like crazy. So I think we could try to achieve something like that too. But okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, rolling and action.
Okay.
Two more.
Yeah, I'm good. That was nice.
Okay, we got a little spin on this. I used a different lens than usual. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I didn't sell it. I gotta sell it more.
All good, but at least you know, like, that's
Oh
where
yeah, I
you're
know.
at
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's totally clean kick.
You really got some beautiful airtime on this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Thanks
like
to your whole
your body
thing.
is like parallel to the ground. That's awesome.
That's a good one. That's a really.
That is a, yeah. Let's go with you selling the drop.
Yeah.
As much as I used to like covet the wide angle lens because it wasn't widely available, like pre shooting on phones, and now that it's so available and so many folks shoot on the wide angle, I'm less into it. Simply because it's so overused. So I'm like really seeking to get more of the that realistic look here.
I like this, like, whole,
Are you talking about the 0.5 jet?
Yeah, the 0.5. Yeah, like literally, like a Zeiss 5.5 like lens used to be like I used to covet that lens. I was like, oh my god, it's a Zeiss, right? Like then taking the lens and dropping it, like putting actors higher than the ground, and then shooting like low angle ground shots, which we should definitely do. Well, okay, you guys ready? Okay, rolling. Bless you. And action.
Sorry, I was a little low.
It's okay.
Shoulder.
No, no worries.
It's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I felt the shoulder.
How you feel? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, let's look. So we got.
Oh yeah, we got to go higher. Yeah.
Well, I think even if it's not higher, I think
It still does look like it connected.
it definitely looks like it connected.
Yeah.
Boom.
Stacked.
It's really more so. I think if you release your knees right after impact, I think that's going to be the
Okay.
big sell. Because right now it's the I think there's two ways to sell the knockout experience. Either the whole body locks up and you do a big fall, which is then like not necessarily as safe for you.
Like Creed, huh?
Yeah, like a big lockout. So the body locks because the brain is shut down.
Yeah.
It puts everything on. Or you can do the, like a lot of times even light hits can be sold from that like knee drop in my opinion.
I would say like the boxers, when you get hit a perfect hit, your knees
Yeah.
are gone.
Rami kneed me in the head for our when we launched our comic book series. Like Von Dutch like sponsored us. We had like an exhibition fight, and like he accidentally kneed me right in the head, and my knees you could see on camera like joo.
Yeah, that's what all the boxers talk about. Like when you get knocked out with a perfect hit, the legs gone. They're just gone. That's it. Gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
A common sell that they do in pro wrestling for this move is like when they get hit, it's a little like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
this motion.
Okay, that's great. So from a mechanical standpoint, you're talking about. Okay,
It's this.
so she's pivoting her knee too. So there's kind of a drop in that front. The leg that's closest to the impact has a pivot.
This is the pivot, and your arms like So the swing is what gives it the dramatic.
I also switched my legs for camera too, but that's it's fine. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Still works, but easier to lose your balance if you turn this way. So it might be
All right. Yeah. Shut my ankles.
Okay, let me get over here. You guys ready?
Girlfriend, I'll work on the cell.
Rolling and action. Wow. Oh my gosh, are you okay, dude? Are you sure? Okay.
Wrap around the back.
Oh my gosh.
Right
Oh,
here.
yeah, that was perfect.
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, it wasn't like.
He's such a champion.
It wasn't like. No, that's a professional kick. So
Okay.
that's why, yeah.
You got all these like little logos over your head right now.
I want to see how that came out.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at this. Wow.
Logos.
I mean the little manga emojis.
But the little stars.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Or just,
Oh, there we go.
That was a pro wrestling kick. I heard the
Oh!
slap sound too.
And you look like densely surprised at the hit. Boom! Boom! Oh my gosh! You look like an owner of a shop, like a flower shop, that just like got attacked.
that was nice. I'm good.
My flowers! I'm sorry. Wow, man, no, that's. You're sure you're good?
Yeah, dude. Wait until the editing and
Okay.
sound effects. No, it was a clean hit.
It was
Okay.
a real sound effect. That was-
Okay.
I heard it.
So we know we got this one. Let's move on to another. So we got
Very
1,
clean.
2, 3, 4. So we have 4 techniques from you. Do you have a 5th one that you want to put into the choreography?
Not yet.
Okay, so if something else comes to mind, I'll pull up that scene too from the Time and Tide, so that we can reference that together. But you had some ideas that you want to work on. So
Yeah,
especially-
I made my little. It's on the. I put it on my phone. I put my little. List.
Oh, okay.
So I have.
Here's your phone.
I feel like all my moves is like throws, which is a suck for him. So.
No, that's what it
Because
is.
another move would be like a freaking, like a suplex. It'd be like bridging, but that's gonna suck for him. So I'm just like, so I took that out.
Well, there are different ways for us to sell a suplex, though, too.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like there's
So, well, it was a German suplex.
like we could. I mean, like obviously, ideally, you know, there's a breakaway table. There's all this other stuff. There like. You know,
Okay.
What I'm saying is like that may not be the case, and more than likely would not be the case for this particular shoot, potentially in the future. But if we wanted to do something where we could fake it, that's like we've done, let's say like backbreakers before, where we've been able to fake those fairly well.
What do you mean?
You know, where someone lifts you up. Like I got picked up over the head of like my buddy who's from like, you know.
Oh, like on the knee? Like
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like Israeli soldier picks me up and slams me on his knee. And I'm fine.
So I have my list of moves. I have, of course, I have in there. Here's my 5 out of the traditional rear naked.
Are you trying to share photos with me?
I was. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it. No, that's my notes though that I put for the moves.
Oh, okay. Thank
Don't
you.
worry about it. No, it's fine. So I have rear naked choke. That's basic. I wanted to.
How do you get into it?
I was thinking they were going out with underhooks and they come around and get you like that. Another one. Here's another, which I haven't played enough with. I don't think on the just survivors. Some spider.
Spider guard?
Yeah, and leg locks and getting into something like that. That's an idea I have. The underhooks, of course. Something we could do with underhooks. The underhooks, of course. Something we could do with underhooks. And then I was really like a push kick. So basically we're going with the striking and
Okay.
like as a defense.
Set this down,
here,
guys. Hold
pushing you back. Just a simple push.
So I can
It's not a kick, it's pushing. And then my last thing I want to kind of play with would be, this is on the striking, I think where we can do stuff together, is let's say the Superman punch, boom, elbow, stomp on your foot. And with the striking, just then underhooking you and me, and then go to the ground or up against the wall or something. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, so you're saying underhook. Are you saying simply like getting into the position of the underhook?
Yeah.
So you're saying getting into these positions?
Yeah, actually, we would be, yes. Actually, I was thinking more like what we call like swimming.
Okay.
So I have it like, there we go. That's how we're going to
Yeah,
get our battles going.
So pummel and swim up to the
Yeah.
Are you showing this struggle of the pummel?
That's what I was thinking, like that.
Yeah.
And then from here,
So let's take a moment here, because like everything you're saying. Oh, please finish the last thing you're about to
oh
say.
yeah, no, that's it. That was
So
it.
it sounds to me like there's a foundational difference in the way you two guys are thinking about your moves, which is great because it seems to be aligned with the foundational difference in the characters, which I think is great. So it, as a seasoned action star who's worked your way up through the martial arts world and into the world of film, and even through the challenges that your characters face, there's a sense of polish to how you go about things. And I think that having someone who's been a fan of yours fighting you, there's to a certain extent a desire to not necessarily kill your fans, to break your fans. So it sounds like you're almost playing more defensively to de-escalate, to tire out your opponent rather than trying to smash the opponent down.
Yeah, I like that one.
So I mean, that's what I'm gathering from the
Yeah.
move set.
Yeah.
Versus you have this a hero.
Yeah, eagerness to want to.
Well, then you've proved to yourself,
Yeah.
it seems, that like you have a someone that you looked up to who's now doing something that you don't necessarily approve of because you don't even approve of yourself doing it. And so now he's doing it too, and now even your heroes are fallible, and you thought that you had someone to look up to.
Yeah.
And so it seems to me like there's an anger there, or a desire to somehow beat that thing out of existence that you're feeling, and that's how I'm interpreting this from an emotional scale. So it seems like it's showing up in the choreography of like all these like beautiful kicks, and you're just like, hey, I gotta get to work, get out of here, like stop, I gotta get to work.
That works.
Like that's interesting to me because it makes the transition moments, it highlights the transition moments as moves, and that's one of the things we say like for sports Taiji push hands, is that our techniques happen in the evolution of the opponent's techniques. So let's say we're playing judo players, they're going from point A to point B, and it's between point A and point B that we're doing our filling techniques that makes it hard for them to execute a move. So it sounds like you're making it hard for her to execute a move, and we can essentially do these types of rhythms of you breaking out of those holes. Because that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, so basically like,
Yeah.
my goal is to keep her close to me, which
It's perfect for the jujitsu
yeah,
style.
yeah, keep her close. She's able to get out of this stuff, and that's when she's able to, punch and do the striking.
Super interesting. It's super, because I'm thinking about the AIV effects like tests you're doing, and there's one thing that I keep on thinking about is like maybe even you try to slow her down, maybe even like lock her in a room. Like slow her down, transition her, boom, stay in there. Close the room, you come out with something to hit him with.
That's a nice one.
And like then he has to take that away, and then you do a special move, and then he like puts you somewhere else or slides you somewhere else, and he's getting the hard drive, etc. I think we have to figure out, like from a location standpoint, there's things that need to be figured out, but there's also potential, not to say that we will do this, but like you had mentioned before, you're like, yeah, we could shoot in here. I'm thinking, what if, again, not that we should do this, but there's a potential reality where we could turn this hall into a long row of halls.
Yeah.
We could do an action, like a piece of action literally right there in that corner, right here, right there, and if we storyboard it properly, we might be able to get certain types of effects that we really, really want. And then we might be able to change the ground so that you could hit concrete that's actually a mat.
Oh, nice.
That was one of the things that if you... I don't think you saw the fourth test. I don't think I uploaded it, but I changed the ground to metal.
Oh, nice.
So you guys are still fighting on the mats, but now the mats are like black metal with grates on them.
Oh, dude.
Cool, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I only saw that first one.
Yeah, I uploaded 2. Did you see 2 or 1?
I
You
saw
saw,
one.
you saw one with the widescreen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I uploaded a vertical. Luma's got this thing called reframe. You can just
Okay.
keep adding stuff to the frame. So I kept on doing that about 5 times.
I see.
And so then there's like a whole industrial complex high ceiling thing, and then there's a big fan blowing on you guys in front. And
Awesome.
so what again is like we need to please.
I like to also incorporate cables, like from the machine,
Okay.
like pull the cable and use that as prop, like tie it around,
Okay, that's
or else whip it around, type of thing.
Okay, that's
Cables.
great. We have gates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Ethernet
Yeah,
cables.
yeah.
Ethernet cables.
So let's run through each one of your moves just to
Okay.
see what your. So let's start with the pummel. So the pummel, you're saying swimming in, right? So this is one of the ones that you wanna just simply get this.
Yep.
So I think that there's a
That's what I'm thinking too.
beautiful
I hear that. That's literally what I hear.
and just being able to like all these moments here of like the arms before they connect to me are really. Oh, let me switch that real quick.
Hey, happy birthday.
Boom. There we go. Hold on.
Jen and I were trying to call you.
Verification?
Yeah, it's because we've been on for so long. Live streaming for so
Does
long.
that. Promise.
So can we still YouTube do that?
Is there a filter on this thing? Why does it look so, the coloring looks so nice?
Oh. Well, you know, I cleaned it with I cleaned the screen with alcohol yesterday.
Oh, no, it was like that
thank
the
you.
other time too. I'm like, wow, my doesn't look like
So I use like the live sometimes as a C camera. So we'll have A camera, B camera, and then I'll just stream the entire
Oh, cool.
sheet. And then sometimes I'll actually be able to pull a lot of times in recent shoots, especially when we do like live events. I'll be able to pull a ton of stuff in the live stream, and it just fits into, especially when you're going to DaVinci Resolve and do like pro color grading on it, it like textures out with everything else.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so let's see a
So, okay, well, so I was thinking, okay, so boom.
Well, it's your first time out of the country, so, as long as she.
Here.
Can you just keep going that for a second, please? Just wanna- Matter of fact, I'm gonna take this camera up. I just want to see if I can pull certain things from you guys. Hold on, let me switch this over here. All right, let's see. Boom, bang. So Bentley, can you tell me a little bit about what you're experiencing right now in the midst of this pummel?
So what we're doing right now is this is a very clean swimming technique, underhooks, pummeling. So from right here, we can get a lot of different moves just by simply doing this. From the traditional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling background. So from here,
So just to clarify my question even more deeply, what are you experiencing as a character while you do this? Like, what is your character feeling and measuring inside your opponent? Like, just some ideas to riff
her
off.
strength,
Okay.
the torque,
Okay. Amazing.
what she can get.
Can you keep saying that while you're doing this? Because what that's helping me do is come up with a shot list while we're.
So right here, I'm kind of testing and measuring my defense against her strength,
Boom,
her
straight.
power, her torque. By simply doing this, her swimming, I can see, okay, her arms are strong. She could break through. If I want to try a double underhook on her, she could break. Look at that. She broke out of it. I was going to try a double.
Oh, hold that real quick. Oh. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, see, I was going to try to go for a double, but she already knew.
That's great. Can you show that moment again where she
So
broke?
Here, we're rolling. I'm measuring her power. Here I go. I'm going to go for a double. Nope, didn't work. She was expecting that already.
That's great. So all of that, like, that's so interesting because no one's gonna know that unless you distribute the learning to them, and that learning will be distributed through the narration. So being able to connect those dots and even be able to like go sudden X-ray in your body, for example, to be able to see the mechanic of you stopping that as it's happening, to me is super interesting stuff. That's super interesting stuff. So I think that's part of the subtlety of what we're talking about. So I think this is great. This is phenomenal. Any thoughts, ideas?
No,
Okay.
we could build.
So let's build. Let's go to the next one. So what's the next one that you see from there?
So from here, okay, so let's say right here, we're swimming over. And I could get, let's say I have her in a double underhook like this.
Okay.
And then from here, I want to pull her towards me. Now, see how she's holding my elbows here? This is bad for me.
Okay.
This is really bad for me.
Double overhook.
No, go, you can hold it. Yeah, she's holding right here my elbows.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad position because I want the underhook, but she's already expecting. She's holding me here.
Yep.
So now, this is where I want high.
Okay.
And then from here, because I'm this high, I'm going to get like a front
Ooh.
choke. Right? That's my distance right here. And then from this end right here, that's,
All
if
right.
I wanted to, it's offensive.
Okay. Okay, continue. This is great.
Push her back. That's like this blade here, and then knee, and then once let's say I go for a knee right here. Right? So let's say the knee. Boom. She falls forward, over, and then from here, I have right here the control. Front throw. We can even do a back like sacrifice throw. I was thinking we go back sacrifice, and then I could get you in a spider. Or from here, if I want, I could easily just break out of it and go straight to rear naked.
The thing I like about the knee to the first throw option, that front like shoulder hip toss, is that it's very much like get out of here, kid. Like I love how low effort that is. It's like bang, 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 boom. And if then your response to that is popping up and doing like one of your moves, and maybe one of those sequences is then broken by the choke that Bentley does. Mm-hmm. So it's like, bah, 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 bah. He's like, boom, stop. And then you break that and hit him again, and then you escalate to let's say a spider,
Nice.
so that each one of these little exchanges escalates. I think that's I'm interested.
Like that, yeah.
So let me get my camera and shoot that, because like the way you broke that down gave so much information that again I haven't seen in an action scene. Like you just gave information that I was like, oh wow, I haven't seen this angle before, and if we can achieve that on a regular basis, then I think we're doing the right thing. So, is there?
You want it?
May I use yours? Thank you.
Cinematic mode?
You know what? Let's go slow mo.
Okay.
Slow mo.
Either.
Actually, you know what? Let's do cinematic mode first, and then I'm gonna put this camera back. Actually, no. I'm just gonna shoot both at the same time. Again, double.
So what do we do? Back to what we were just doing?
Yeah, if you could go from the pump. Exactly. Thank you.
Pummel to the underhook.
Okay.
All right.
Double unders. And then lock and turn around.
All right. Great. Okay. Great. Rolling. Okay. Give me those notes, those beat by beat narration, Bentley, please.
Measuring her power right here. How much strength. The movement. Here I am now. I'm measuring. Okay. I think I can get away with a double. There I have it. Doesn't work. So I'm going to try again this time. She's still able to break it. And then from here, now I have the double. Okay. But now she's expecting it. I got both my underhooks. But I'm still in a bad position. Look where my elbows are at. This is bad for me. It's dominant. So from right here, this is where I'm going to have to shuck it really high. That's where I break it. Come across. Front blade choke to her neck. Break it. And then from right here, I even have, if I want an arm bar, right here, breaking, or either the fall back, sacrifice throw, forward throw, and
Can you give her that forward throw from the shoulder right there, just gently?
so from right here, it's just,
Yep. You're gonna crank her. Yep.
and she would just fall forward. here, it would, it's just,
Yep, you're gonna crank it. Yep.
and she would just fall forward.
Can Zeta? Can you do that
Are
on?
you putting your knee down? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. But also too, it's kind of an awkward position for you to, can you break fall from that way?
Yeah, I can do it.
So we'll watch, we'll just do it slow. So forward.
Yeah, I can do it.
So we'll watch, we'll just do it slow. So forward. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's great. Let's do that again, and let's speed up the explanation, because an explanation, if you can do the explanation at this speed, so that you're like this, move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4, move 5, move 6, maybe even also slower, move 1, move 2, move 3, and that way I can progress the camera movement so that every second we're getting something new.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm going to do this on slow motion, if you don't mind, Zeda. Yes, from the top, and let's only do one of the body lock for the double leg.
Oh, got
Attempts?
it. So we'll go on the right side. So let's say we're here. Boom.
And Zeda, I'm
Right.
gonna just wipe this off a little bit. Sure.
Oh my God,
It's
sorry.
okay.
It's so messy.
It's okay. I had to yesterday. Mine. I was was my vision? What's going on with my vision? And it was like, I needed to take alcohol and put it on tissue, and it was the whole thing. Okay, now I think we're good. And the cinema mode was like kept on changing focus automatically. So I was like, you guys think you're okay? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Rolling and action.
One underhook. Underhook connecting the power. I'm going now here for a double. Got control. Now from here, I'm gonna raise. I want to free my elbow, raise. Now I'm doing a front blade. Get my distance. I'm trying an armbar from this direction, but she's expecting that already. She already knows how to prevent. And so from here, I'm gonna go with front side throw. You okay?
Okay, I'm gonna drop this camera down so I have more control. Okay, let's do it again, and let's do it. So just a suggestion here from just from my play style. It may be from here to this, this position, just going right to here,
Okay.
or right to here to pulling that across. It may just be faster, or if you're gonna go here, boom, boom, like that. That might be.
Okay, the knee. Yeah, we'll go with the knee.
Yeah, I like that, because otherwise, if we're doing a lot of manipulation here, anything can work. Anything can work. We can make anything work. I just think that there's a natural flow to the very first time you did it, and that if we can maintain that natural flow, it's gonna just
Okay,
amplify
yeah.
everything.
That's what happens. Then you rehearse, and then it becomes a natural kind of goes. So yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do it then. I'll go with the knee.
That's fun.
Oh.
I think.
We're gonna start.
So how about this actually? How about I pull it out? So we're going pummel, body lock. Well, that's your break, right? Second, you go for the body lock. That's when she blocks. Block, and her stopping your ability is you posting chest and pushing the hips back, correct? Is that how you're blocking it?
Yeah, I'm squeezing and pushing away and pushing my head.
Okay, cool. Do you also have a counter body lock at the same time?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when he does this,
Yeah.
I grab here.
This is
under
her
the-
dominant position.
Yeah.
But when you have that body lock, what is your defense?
So this is her defense.
Okay, so from here, you're going to your overhooks and crunching it.
So then now
Okay.
for me to get out
Oh,
of
hold on. Yeah, okay.
and for me to get out of this, see this is just her dominant. So what I want to do, I want to shoot this out.
Okay,
I want to free
that's
this second
excellent.
one to stick up, and then
So-
this is where.
So let's make that moment more pronounced, which is your lock, your break of the lock,
Yeah.
and that accentuating that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
And we're gonna take care of that. So boom.
like I was jumping out of a cake.
Yeah. Yeah. Then from here we can go.
And you were doing something here that seemed like you were pressing on the neck, right?
Yeah.
So from the
Yeah,
underhook,
she's trying to hold me down with her hook. That's a front blade.
Okay, so you have that front blade,
Yeah.
and then your knee bang, and then step across.
And then throw.
Great. And step across, and you're going to cut in front of both the legs with that, or just one?
Just one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's do it. So how about
Three almost two body lock. I break.
3 pummels, 2 body locks?
To the body lock.
Okay, 3 pummels to the body lock. Okay,
And then
great.
I break the body lock.
Okay, great.
Switches over to.
Okay, so let you, let's run it. Okay, ready? And action. Actually, cut. So let's try this one more time.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'm gonna
right
change
here.
the camera angle on each pummel. Okay, ready? Rolling and action. 1, 2, 3.
This is the photo right there. Yep.
Let's go for it again. So we're gonna do 3 pummels, right?
Yep.
Can you show me the 3 pummels again?
So where this is the starting position,
Yeah.
so this
So
doesn't
your
count.
left hand forward, right hand forward.
Does not count.
3 pummels again?
So where this is the starting position,
Yeah.
so this
So
doesn't
your
count.
left hand forward, right hand
Doesn't-
forward.
Does not count.
Okay, it does not count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we start counting the pummels.
So-
1,
1,
2, 3,
Three.
underhook.
Yeah, here we
Then he goes
okay.
under, 2, 3,
Three.
underhook.
Yeah, here
Yeah,
we
then he
go.
goes
Okay.
under here. He locks me in.
Box.
He locks me in first. I'm like, ah.
Okay, so that needs, let's expand that beat.
beat.
Great, so this is it. Let's expand these beats. Let's definitely do that. Okay, so then from there, you're coming under, shooting across.
Knee.
Okay, under. So for the camera choreography, let's go from once you've arched your back and created that space, expanding that beat, then you come up and across the face. Once I see that her face push into camera, I'm going to shoot the camera around you to get the structure of your arm, to ride that up, to see that beautiful angle. And then as you go the knee, crank down, and then I'll back away for the as you position for the throw.
Over. It's gonna be one leg and come down.
One thing to point out, so I would say the key point of the break, when I do this, I'm gonna arch my back,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna see his fingers
Split.
break apart.
Nice.
That would be the like the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
I'll
To
just-
show that
That's
why
right.
am I arching my
Right,
back
I got it.
for the
Yeah.
sake of
Okay.
breaking his grip.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pump the camera.
And I don't know if you need this, because this is also kind of key, like me grabbing here and scrunching his.
This may be something that actually requires like systematic shot breakdowns rather than like let's do a one shot first and then let's
Okay.
get the
Yeah, because what's awesome about this is that I'm like, okay, I got her, and then she's like, oh no, you don't.
yeah,
I'm like,
I love
okay.
that. Okay, let's go from the funnels first.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nice.
Okay. Let me just see something real quick.
You just need to ruin character, right?
Yep.
No smiling. It's okay. Oh my god.
Okay. Ready, rolling, and action. Okay, great. Okay, so I think that was definitely better. Let's take a look. Definitely.
You can throw me for real.
All it is more intentional, but definitely needs a lot of refinement. So we have one. So that's one.
Nice, she breaks it. Make the glass sound. Oh!
Okay, so yeah, it just needs, and everything needs sharpening from the camera's perspective. I think you guys are great.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was good.
But yeah, from a camera perspective, I like the idea of the pummel going from 1 to kind of rocking back and forth up here,
Yeah.
and then stopping. Let's try that again,
Yeah.
because I do think that we may not need the insert shots, even though the insert shots could be. It's just stylistic choice, right? Like I think that it could be really cool with insert shot, also, but then it would be really cool with hyper structured shots.
Yeah.
For everything it's like super, which we could totally do too, just different type of design. That's it.
Let's go. I trust y'all.
Yeah. But that's good. I like the way you have this one. This is the key part where I think, all right, I got her. But she breaks out.
Well, this to me, that was the perfect. The timing of that was perfect, and just noting with your knee, if you could pull your hand back, bring this up a little bit, because the longer arm, as I was coming down, the longer arm was covering part of the what the audience will see. So if you could just shorten the arm by pulling your elbow back, so boom, like here rather than boom here. Yeah, and if you either keep it up, or if you're gonna do what you did before, which is great because you're giving her, because we want to connect to her face, right? The more of the experience of her face. So if you're gonna keep it up, that's great. But if you pull it back like you did, you left it down here. If you could bring it up here with the knee, so that it opens up this side.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let me just show you that one point I'm talking about. So right here. Right there.
Oh, I told the block. Oh, yeah.
It's not her. It's just like a matter of like what.
But so we're taking away from the knee.
Well, it's also like her expression, right? Because we want to see her expression and the knee. So if the elbow, if this was short, meaning if it was up here, or if it was up here, it would be out of the way.
That's up here. Let's see. I want to practice that.
Sure.
Just keep it up the whole time.
Cool. Okay, great. Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah, just keep it up.
Keep it up. Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's try it again. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a proper position. So I'm gonna rock. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's fun. Okay, guys. Ready? And it's gonna be the left arm's gonna pummel it first, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, ready and action. Cool. It's definitely it's sharper than it was last time.
Sweet.
All right. So I love that.
Dude, that is awesome, bro. Yeah. Look at this.
Oh, that's great. And then there was gonna. Okay, yeah, I think that I think the last move, whatever the realism of that moment. Can I feel the throw from you, real quick, please?
So we're going. So
Yeah, so you're here, you're pushing on the face. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, sorry. Boom.
yeah, this. Boom. Break it.
Yep.
This side.
Yeah.
Knee.
Boom.
And
And
this
then-
right come across.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was very safe and nice of you. Oh no, I'm like going
I
back.
saw the gears in your head turning.
Yeah, I'm just doing my best to feel like, because it's so safe and nice of you, which is great. We may need to pull some of that, allow a little bit more to come out. Meaning, at that last throw, I don't feel the torque because you're actually doing a very safe, beautiful move, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You can throw me for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's find the middle ground between the throwing for real and the torque.
Because I'm really bad at going on the right timing. I have to feel the impact.
So that's how I am too,
Yeah.
and so that's been, I think that you making man movement.
Yeah.
So we're here. So if we're bang, and then maybe a boom.
Yep.
So now I have the back of her neck from this position. So maybe transitioning ankle and boom, and feeling that full pull over is going to give it's going to give the camera something, because like I'm seeking the intention in the movement.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this may not be our final shot.
No,
You
that's
know,
it.
like,
But
what we're doing.
we'll just go from here really quickly. Knee, just make sure double. So this, we're gonna go double. Double leg. This is gonna be a harder throw, that's for sure.
So what we're saying is that, like, if you were here, if you wanted to, you can also take for her safety, protecting her neck, and using this as a leverage point. This will give you and the camera. This will keep your elbow out of the camera's way. Also, you have your blade here that you then transition to this position, and now we know that there's connectivity here and here. So it's like boom. If you just pull her over your leg now and turn your chest to the camera.
You good? You want to
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
How's that?
Yeah,
Same thing.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good. How do you think after I throw her, because if I really go full speed, I'm going to throw and I'm actually like going to fall.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of slow down while I'm still standing up. She would
Might
try.
look sloppy if you fall.
Yeah, so should I try to, what I'm going to have to do, if I stay standing, a little more power so there's a finesse.
What?
Not falling on top of you.
So
Unless you can follow me and have a nice ending pose. Like if you fall, but you end up like this, like a very controlling.
Yeah,
position.
I could do it and just, that's going to be a little,
Depending on
it's going to be a little
so
harder, that's all.
let's bring in story structure for a second, because there's one thing that story can save us in the choreography, meaning that we don't necessarily have to have every bit of choreography chaining together, because we can know where we want to cut. So if we know that we're cutting to a backstory part of you and a backstory part of you, and we're going to consistently do that, and plus there's totally forgot to talk about my integration for the guy. I had a whole thing. I didn't forget about that. But anyway, we can do that next week. But what I'm getting at is that if you were to fall on the ground with her, we could cut there to like a close-up of you thinking about something.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
no.
And then all of a sudden, when we cut back to the reality, either you've broken out of that move, or it doesn't matter that we haven't seen you break out of that move. Now we know that you're still fighting, and the fight has continued.
Oh, I see.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's however we want to structure it for the reality of us actually getting something cool done. I think it's fine. So that being said, I would note that I was just talking about this. Oh, I was teaching sparring here on Wednesday, and I was doing this throw, this exact throw that we're doing, and just talking about the difference between if you're playing judo versus playing jiu-jitsu, you know, and if you just escalate to that one level, meaning that if you're doing the judo version, you may hold the arm for the safety of the opponent, and also because if you were to transition to jiu-jitsu, you would then fall into an armbar. You know, so it's like, I think that to your point of if you did it any harder, you would roll with her, yes. However, if you showed the restraint of playing just the randori, the judo side of it, the stand-up, that can also work into the restraint of your character, not wanting to hurt the fan. So I think that could be actually really interesting from a character and narrative
Yeah,
perspective.
that's good too, yeah. The whole point is I'm trying to defend, so I don't want to hurt nobody, you know? So, you know, not in like intentionally really damage or anything else, so yeah.
Okay, so let's play it one more time with you, with that safety on, of you being like boom, you're good. You stay down.
From here?
Just start from the top.
Just from there, and then if we need to, we can do one more test shot.
So you start
We're
with
good about
knee
this.
to
Boom,
the-
the knee. Boom. Then from here, this is where we're gonna come across. I'm gonna go all the way through. Yeah.
That's great.
And then maybe we can, here, just, no, that's not what I was just gonna say. No. Yeah, I could just end it like this. And we could do it a finesse way, so that way I'm like this, and then I could even tell the scene, I could break your arm right now. Get out of here. Something like that.
Yeah, and even like a nice good stuff. You know, like good stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let me get back to work. Thank you.
Yeah, we can leave it right there. Yeah.
And that gives a moment for you to be like, you're like, it is you, Bentley. You know, like,
yeah, that's a good one.
So it says, does Bentley, does in-universe JFH Bentley have a particular last name? Oh, well, we came up with one last week, right? It was
Some
It was
star.
Blaze, that was the
Blaze.
actor's name who I played. Blaze Hunter, was it, or something?
Hunter Blaze.
Hunter Blaze.
Hunter
Remember,
Blaze.
I was playing, Bentley was playing, what, an actor? That
Yeah,
just
an
had a
action
show?
actor.
Okay, so was the show called Hunter Blaze?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay,
And
great. So,
but she looked out on 100 Place.
okay, so does Bentley have a last? Are you a star known only as Bentley?
That's a good question. I was thinking for now, just keep it as Bentley
Okay,
until,
he's known only as Bentley.
Yeah.
Bentley in. Okay, cool.
until
That's great.
one day, who knows what.
Cool. Because I only use Jan,
Yeah.
and so.
Yeah.
I'd love to maybe, but as of right now, just it works.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. Let me check the time, make sure we're good here. Oh, we're actually like 7 minutes over. I mean, like, I feel really good about today.
That was fun.
I think we should definitely get stretching in as per usual.
I really like how we're having the story on every single one of these moves. So
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it
Putting it
gives each
together.
move
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah, it's coming together really smooth.
Yeah.
It really is. We started right here, went to here and this and that, but the explanation. So I really like all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you guys could airdrop me those shots too.
Yes.
it'd be good, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or airdrop Autumn because she's there.
Before I forget, right?
I'm gonna show you guys. So the next episode of JFH is coming out soon, guys. It's coming out this week, actually. And Autumn is doing the titles. If you notice, our titles are really based on comic book style lettering. So Autumn's over here doing, let's see if we got it. Yeah, she's doing the newest episode right now, doing her lettering. And so her lettering style is very, very unique, very beautiful. And always deeply grateful to have that artistic eye because it's not just captions. So when you look at every aspect of what you're doing as art, then it becomes art. So that's a big deal. And you guys already know you can join Justice for Hire from justiceforhire.app. You can be a hero or a villain or a client that hires them. And today we've had our second rehearsal with pro wrestler, pro MMA fighter, Zeda. Zhang. There we are. And we got Bentley, pro MMA fighter, Zeda. Zhang. There we are. And we got BentleyFierro here. So doing amazing work, BJJ expert, wonderful human being, 2 wonderful human beings here. 3, look at the, and then there's got me in here too. So we're gonna do some stretching because you always should stretch. I'm actually gonna record this time for the stretches because honestly, everybody should be stretching after training. And if you don't stretch after training, I will say your training is not done. And if you wanna do this stuff your whole life or as long as possible, then you gotta stretch. So that's what we're gonna do.
Stretching is the key to longevity. I literally feel my back go.
Gotta get another backpack.
Oh gosh. Seriously.
Yeah. I'm so bad with birthdays. My dad texted me, hey, it's my birthday. Make sure you show up on Sunday. Yeah.
Bentley, we should get a few photos of you too.
Yeah. Awesome,
For
bro.
the-
And I just airdropped, and it's going
Down
through
there
right now.
dropping
Oh,
off,
amazing,
so it's
thank you.
very slow.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of information. Oh, you know, if you want to turn on yours, Zeda, I got Autumn and
Okay,
Jen.
cool. I am in the middle of airdropping, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
almost done, then I'm turning on.
Yeah, and then it'll come on. Okay.
Progress.
Just following you.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys, what are the first stretches?
Oh, nice.
That. Stretch these quads. If we could go further back than do that, we can lay it down even better.
seriously got a killer sweat today. Dude, really been working out today.
Turn your feet out like a frog.
Oh, that's a good one.
Try and sit down as much as you can. Stretch your inner hips out. Widen your stance more. Feet out, widen here. Try and get your, they say, pecker to the floor. That's
Bentley, you gonna move? You want to share? Stretch? You want to share?
Let's just go with a good right here behind the stretch the calves.
calves always tight.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good.
Kick 1 foot over.
Oh man, that's one I got. That's a good one.
That's good.
Try to keep both shoulders flat on the ground.
Oh.
You feel the line between
Shoot.
the curve between the heel.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Inhale up, switch sides, exhale down. Up.
How far is my hand from your foot, Bentley?
Oh yeah, it's right next to you. You're aligned with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
China.
Oh no, totally.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, God, no, I cannot do that. Oh my God.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's the most important. If you can stay flexible, my God, you'll go really far. Yeah, that's why I used to be all into lifting weights, and then I stopped now because like, no, I want to be flexible better.
And switch sides again. Oh, look at that. Should inhale color into the belly, exhale, wash it through the whole body. Wash this area that you're stretching with awareness. Switch sides.
Do you guys do sword stuff here too? Why is there so many swords?
Yeah, I do a bunch of weapon stuff and eskrima or these colleagues. And exhale down. You got one more first?
Let's see. Let's say it. This. Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
Toes up, yeah. You should feel it on the back of your hamstrings and also your other hip, your inside hip too. And just kind of rock side to side.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Try and straighten this front foot out to be completely straight. Yeah, yeah.
One day I'm going to be
If
flexible.
it's too much, then you could have it a little bit higher up. But if you can go further down and try to do the splits, basically,
Easy splits.
just rock to the right and to the left.
guys see Thunderbolts yet?
What's it called?
Thunderbolts?
No. I know, it came out a couple weeks now.
Is it good?
Oh, no, I haven't seen it. I've been very proud not to have not seen it. But I'm also, we're thinking about seeing it today. So.
I saw Mission Impossible.
Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, but you have to see it on IMAX. That's the only way.
Yeah.
It's very long. It's like almost 3 hours.
Oh,
Really?
God. Why is all movies so long
Yeah.
now? Why do they
They're
make
all
it so
too long.
long? Is this so they could charge more?
I'm okay. I don't like watching any movies with Fierros, but Mission Impossible, because I like the series and I'm a Tom Cruise fanatic, so. And the other reason, IMAX, so I'm able to watch it. But anything else, Mission Impossible, Top Gun Maverick were the only movies that were very long that I was like the whole time like, wow, watching it. Mission Impossible, Top Gun Maverick were the only movies that were very long that I was like the whole time like, wow, watching it. But again, you have to see it in IMAX. Give it away, but if you see it in IMAX, you can't go wrong. Like, you have to see it in IMAX, because, dude, I saw it in IMAX. The sound, like, oh my God. So, dude, I really appreciate moving IMAX. That was awesome, man. But the last Mission Impossible, I saw it like 3 times in IMAX. Top Gun Maverick, I saw that like 5 times, but it was IMAX. Dude, I love the tone. I saw that like 5 times, but it was IMAX. Dude, I love the tone. I love his movies. Of course, I love
Stretches are really
Last two.
long.
What else came out this weekend? What do we call it?
Stretches are really long.
Then a lot of times when I'm home after a long day, just get on Tubi. There's so many good movies on Tubi you can watch streaming. They're all for free.
It's free?
Yeah, Tubi's free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, get it. It's a free app.
It's
For now.
ad supported, right?
There you go. Yep. But they're not going to show that much commercials either. That's what's awesome. It's like you're not seeing a ton of commercials. You're really not.
That's great.
And now Tubi's coming out with their own content, like Netflix. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're coming out with their own stuff now.
It's good.
Yeah. So I'm really surprised this. Sometimes I get home, I put it on the iPad, I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch this. And I'm entertained. I'm good.
Guys, gonna get a closing white light washing going on. Close the eyes, relaxing for a moment. Draw the breath into the belly. So big ball of white light. We're gonna wash the bone marrow with that light using the sound of that vibration to almost chip away the air that you breathe in. Inhale deep. Washing through the whole body. Wash the cells. Spread the light as far as you can off your body. Gratitude for the body, the people in your life, and space. Thank you guys so much again.
You know, it was awesome today, bro.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah.
Seriously, I think we put a lot of great stuff together.
Yeah, we did. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, the little rough cuts we have right
I'll
there.
speed ramp those too, just so we can
It
see
already
them.
looks so cool.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, once you have the sound effects and all that. Oh,
Yeah, I really, and if there's any ideas that you guys have in terms of locations that we could, go into and shoot these scenes. I mean, essentially, the notes that we came up with last week are the clarity of what we're looking for, which is we need a hall. That's why I'm like, can we extend that and turn it into a hall? And then we need that server space, which obviously we can generate on our own. So it's just a matter, obviously we can generate on our own. So it's just a matter of, for example, if we didn't have a huge room full of servers, but we know we can generate the servers in the background, and you want to choke someone with wires, all we need to do is have the wires here,
Yeah.
and then know that we're going to VFX this, everything past this line, grab the wires, pull, cut to the close-up of the wires being, in the choreography, and then we change everything in the background. It's very easy to plate that stuff out. So it's not easy. It's meticulous, but it's very doable, and we don't need a lot of people to do it. So essentially, we can do anything we want. It's just a matter
Dude,
of
that's
planning.
awesome, bro. No, I love anything. I think what looks awesome, we have like an industrial style, kind of like you were saying, with a long hallway. That was awesome.
You said it needs like this sort of space. I'm assuming it should be an inside space for the consistency of lighting, right?
Yeah, I think that if we know that wherever the fight location is going to tie into other backstory, and that the backstory that we're doing with you, for example, like I think it should be multiple beats, meaning that a beat with you, meaning with Damien Love, is its own, like we will figure out what we want to articulate there. And if I remember correctly, this mission is him. This is your first heroics mission, Hero X app mission that he's hiring you for. So that's where that information comes from. So so we know that that's coming there, and then any backstory that you want to tie in, such as family, etc., that could be done through a series of, like, we could generate characters that are your family. In other words, we can create like real characters, or if you have photos of whatever, anything you want us to augment, we can do that too. Bentley sent me a bunch of photos yesterday, but I'm
Photos
also,
of my parents.
if you want to use that, then that's great. And then please start sending me those things too. That you're like, hey, this could be great. Here's a photo of my family. Here's a photo of me as a kid, or all those things that you think would be great to integrate. I would love to do that, because that's like, the realer they are, the better. But we can also, if you ever didn't feel comfortable with that, we can always just generate like characters and then stay consistent. So, and with Bentley, for your movie posters, we can just take a few photos right now.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna do it.
where's this stuff?
Yay, that was so
Yeah,
fun.
that was delightful again.
That was so fun.
That was awesome, bro.
And it takes so many throws.
No, it was cool.
Love you guys. Justice for Hire app. Zeda and Bentley. Zeda Zhang on IG or everywhere. ZHANG. And then Bentley Fierro everywhere as well. So find them. Justice for Hire at Justice for Hire everywhere. We love you guys.
Let's go.
JusticeForHire.app to be a part of the show. We also do a live event once a month. We have one coming up on June 13th for kids, one on 14th for everybody else, teens and adults. And we got AK Wonder here working on the next cut. Boom, there it is. We love you guys. See you soon. This will be on our YouTube channel also. Love you. And we'll put out like little clips from all the fight scenes we shot today. Later.